There was a time when every Real Madrid fan could name the man who stood between them and disaster. And he wasn't just a goalkeeper. He was the wall. The man who carried Madrid through some of the most unforgettable Champions League nights in history. The man whose reflexes felt superhuman, whose clutch saves turned near defeat into legend. But behind that glory was betrayal. Because Keylor Navas didn't come from privilege or power. He came from the streets of Costa Rica, from a humble life where owning a pair of gloves was once just a dream. And yet, through raw talent, faith, and relentless work, he rose to defend the biggest club on earth. Still, for all he gave, for all he won, Real Madrid turned their back on him. Not because he failed, but because, to the men upstairs, greatness wasn't enough. It began in 2014. Madrid had just captured their long-awaited decima, their 10th Champions League title. Their team was a galaxy of stars: Ronaldo, Bale, Modric, Ramos. But behind them stood an aging legend, Iker Casillas. So that summer, Madrid signed a 27-year-old goalkeeper from Levante for €10 million, Keylor Navas. He wasn't a big name. He wasn't from Europe's elite. And he didn't fit the Galactico image Florentino Perez loved to build. But what nobody knew back then was that this quiet, humble man would become the backbone of one of football's greatest dynasties. And, ironically, one of its most betrayed heroes. Navas' journey to Madrid began in Brazil, during the 2014 World Cup. Representing Costa Rica, he defied all odds, shutting out Italy, England, and Uruguay to top the group of death. He stopped Greece in a penalty shootout and held off the Netherlands until penalties in the quarterfinals. Costa Rica, the underdogs, had just lived their greatest football story, and at the heart of it all was Keylor Navas. Overnight, he became a global symbol of belief, discipline, and divine reflex. Real Madrid couldn't ignore it. They signed him immediately. At first, Navas sat behind Casillas, learning, waiting, preparing. But when Casillas left for Porto in 2015, the unthinkable happened. Keylor Navas became Madrid's #1 goalkeeper. And he didn't just fill Casillas' shoes. He created his own legend. In the 2015-16 Champions League, he went 8 matches without conceding a single goal, finishing the tournament with 9 clean sheets in 11 games. Madrid lifted the trophy, and a humble man from Costa Rica had conquered Europe. But even then, the betrayal had already begun. In August 2015, Real Madrid had agreed to swap Navas for David De Gea. The deal was done, paperwork signed, until a fax machine failed. The documents missed Spain's midnight deadline, and the transfer collapsed in chaos. That single glitch changed football history. Navas stayed, and while he later admitted he cried that night, it turned out to be destiny. Because under new manager Zinedine Zidane, Navas became untouchable. He was the calm at the back of Madrid's most dominant era. 3 straight Champions League titles followed, and in crucial games, like the 2018 semi-final versus Bayern, he made 8 saves in 1 match to carry Madrid through. By 2018, he had 12 trophies with the club, and yet, somehow, he was still never treated like one of their own. To understand why, you need to understand Madrid. Performance wasn't everything, image was. Florentino Perez wanted superstars, players who sold shirts, filled stadiums, and looked like global icons. Navas wasn't tall like Courtois. He wasn't European. He wasn't marketable. But Zidane believed in him. He blocked Madrid's attempts to replace him with Kepa in 2018, saying, "I don't need another goalkeeper. I trust Keylor." That loyalty defined their bond. And for a while, it looked unbreakable. Then came 2018. Zidane resigned. Ronaldo left. And Real Madrid needed a new face. They signed Thibaut Courtois, tall, Belgian, and commercial gold. Navas knew what it meant. He told reporters, "I have as much enthusiasm for leaving Madrid as I do for dying." But the decision was made. Under Julen Lopetegui and Santiago Solari, he was quietly pushed aside, benched, forgotten. The humiliation peaked in a meaningless Champions League match against CSKA Moscow. The whole team was rotated, except Navas. He didn't play a single minute. He later said, "It was difficult to accept. I trained hard, but it didn't matter." Then, a twist. Zidane returned in 2019, and in his first game back, he reinstated Navas in goal. After months of being sidelined, Keylor was emotional. He said, "When I saw my name in the lineup, I almost cried." Zidane praised him, saying he couldn't imagine the club without him. But even Zidane couldn't fight the board this time. Courtois was the future, and Perez made sure of it. That summer, Navas was sold to Paris Saint-Germain for €15 million. In return, Madrid received Areola on loan, a cold business move. There was no farewell video, no heartfelt message, just a short statement on the club's website, for a man who had given them everything. But even after being betrayed, Navas never lashed out. He thanked the fans, stayed humble, and kept performing. And at PSG, he immediately proved his worth again, leading them to their first ever Champions League final, with one of the best save percentages in Europe, higher than Courtois himself. Keylor Navas' story isn't just about football. It's about faith. It's about loyalty in a world that often rewards politics over passion. It's about a man who won everything, and still wasn't treated like he belonged. Because sometimes, even greatness isn't enough for a world that values names over hearts. But to the fans who remember, he'll forever be the wall that Real Madrid should have never betrayed. If you believe Keylor Navas deserved better, drop a like. Share this video so more people remember his story. And subscribe for more untold stories.